Hello and welcome to our match reaction to the Newcastle game. I'm Aadil Tariq. You've probably seen me on the ugly side quite a few times, and it's my brother Hasan. Again, really disappointing performance by the lads today. Newcastle showed so much more fight than us. They wanted it more from the first kickoff. They went in and they attacked us, and our fans were up for it. But a minute and a half into the game, they score. I really feel sorry for the fans that travelled all that way because, it's like a 14-hour round trip and they've been left disappointed by a spineless performance by the lads.
Disappointment's an understatement. The players will be home 8:30 after that because they're all taking the plane. What about those fans that are going to get home 1:30 in the morning, maybe 2? It's an absolute bloody disgrace. I said last week on the Ugly Inside after the embarrassing draw with Stoke that 50,000 Geordies, Newcastle were going to be up for that game. We needed to start well. And a minute in, we let a amateur goal in. Oh my day, I'm absolutely sick to death with this crap football. From minute one, he plays it's negative. How many goal scorers did we have in that starting lineup? No Buffal, no Gabbiadini, no Josh Sims. Honestly, it's an absolute joke. And he expected that starting 11 to go and win that. Absolute joke. I think we got what was coming. But to lose 3-0 to a team who are only a point above us, that's a shambles, especially with the squad that we have.
The lineup was just poor. I think Freddie even said in his squad preview or squad prediction, we need to go to up front. And again, we show no attacking intent. He starts with Carisho, who is one of the worst strikers I've seen in a Saints shirt. He is piss poor, let's be honest.
19 million.
19, we got mugged off. I mean, Monaco done it to us, 19 million.
How much was Kennedy?
Well, I think they loaned him from Chelsea. Yeah.
Fair play to Newcastle, 2 strikers up front. 2, yes, Pellegrino. They played 2 strikers up front. Rafa took a risk and it paid off. Paid 2 strikers up front. Last week against Stoke, we played 1 up front. And he talks after the game about us being hit on the counter by Stoke. They're bloody Peter Crouch up front. Peter Crouch. And he won up front because he thought we were going to get hit on the counter. The guy is mad. He needs to go and see a doctor tonight. Because I'll tell you what, he is unstable. Honestly, sack him. I've been saying, I called it I said in September after Watford that if we keep on with this guy's a joke. I said that we could go down with those performances. But we saw it from minute 1. I'm going to talk about pre-season, the Augsburg game. We lost 4-0 at home to a bang average German team. Then what happened? We let a 2-0 lead against West Ham, who were 10 men, at home go because Pellegrino is being negative. This guy has lost his mind. I think we're done. It's over, Saints fans.
But the problem is, it's in the board because, all right,
Don't get me started on it.
2 years ago, I said after our 6th position, I said, Mane and Pele, we cannot let them go because with those 2 guys, we get 30 plus goals a season. Sold Mane, replaced him with Redmond. Redmond's not a natural goal scorer like Mane is. He's a winger, and he had an okay season last season, but it's no way up to the Mane standard.
You can say about that, but at the end of the day, for me, it's the manager. Look at Burnley. They're like 2 points of Arsenal. Someone honestly going to tell me that Burnley have a better squad than Southampton?
Yeah,
but they don't. It's about management at the end of the day. This guy has made an absolute shambles of a mess of managing this team.
Yeah, but then it's for the board,
of course,
to sack him.
They appointed him.
Yeah,
and they need to take their blame. They should have sacked him ages ago. I personally think it's too late. We could sack him now. They probably won't sack him now. I think it'll be over. It's too late.
But the thing is, like, I was talking about 2 years ago, but we went and sold Mane, we went and sold Pella. Yeah. There was no intent to keep Koeman. I mean, I was reading an article that if we go down, we could lose 55 million.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying we should have paid Koeman.
To be honest,
the 180k a week,
yeah.
but we should have tried to keep him.
We've got an owner though who doesn't know nothing about football. He borrowed money from a Hong Kong bank to buy us. A guy probably can't even buy a biscuit without taking a loan out.
Yeah.
And this guy's supposed to be our saviour. I think Katharina Liebe messed up.
The fact of the matter is, Katharina Liebe, I don't know a lot of Saints fans love her, but she sold us down the river. She wanted rid of the club. That was obvious.
I think the bigger problems, Kruger and Reed. Problems at this club. Yeah. They seem to fall out with so many players, and it all seems to be their fault. Honestly.
Kruger and Reed, Kruger came out and called us a small club. We haven't heard anything from him since then. Les Reed couldn't do his job. In January, he really messed up the promise deal. Now you go to a club, you've just sold a player for £75 million and you're haggling over 10 million. Players cost £30 million nowadays, Les Reed. Quincy Promise was worth the 30 mil. We never replaced Mane. He was our Mane replacement. We had a really poor January. And I was calling to bring out the banners, get the protest rolling after then. But people were saying to me, oh, we don't want negativity in the club. And, you know, it should have happened because it's about time the fans come out and protest. We've delayed it long enough, but poor performances, this dickhead still in charge. It's the board to blame. This summer, regardless of what happened, Les Reed and Ralph Kruger need to step down. Yeah, honestly.
Both of them have to go. They're both Ralph Kruger, who's an ice hockey guy, knows absolutely nothing about football. He played like first half of the season, spoke down to Virgil van Dijk, which I don't seem to get because the problem.
I don't blame Van Dijk for leaving because he saw the club declining. We've always sold our best players, and you know we shouldn't make any special considerations to Van Dijk.
I thought he was an absolute idiot the way he went.
Yeah, our attitude was poor, but then
you don't blame him at the end of the day.
Exactly. When Nicola was here, he had the Champions League ambition. He said, "Let's build a team. Let's bring in these players for a reasonable price and keep them." However, we just sold. I mean, look at all the players that have left us. They've gone to play in the Champions League. Wanyama, Mane,
Lallana.
Van Dijk, Lallana. Why was there no intent to keep these players? Even Luke Shaw.
It's greed, isn't it, at the end of the day?
It's greed, and they've made a right cock up of how they've run the club.
Not just that, but the recruitment as well. And I'm going to call up Højgård. I know a lot of fans love him. He was a shambles today. He was very bad. For Rio, we start a striker who hasn't scored one Premier League goal, and we expect him to bring him in and he's gonna in this game and that he's gonna somehow win it for us. Don't get the logic of the team. I'm gonna go on to them because I've got, you can talk about management. I could talk about the board. They're shambles. We all know that. But the team today, boy, Ryan Bertrand comes up for the game. Oh yeah, we need to be accountable. Need to stand up.
And he's the captain. He's the captain.
So. Yeah, and he should be leading from example. And then he puts a crap performance. Literally, that guy. I look at him sometimes.
Yeah, but
the Brian Bertrand 2-3 seasons ago.
It's down to confidence. The Pellegrino sucked the confidence out of a lot of players.
Yeah.
Gabbiadini scores against Burnley, and you think definitely in the team the next week, and he's dropped. And again today, everyone was hoping for the two up front. Gabbiadini dropped again.
No, they gave him to the end of the season. All right.
He sucked the confidence out of a lot of players today. Lamina had a bad game, but he's normally really good. I think if they were gonna,
to be fair to Newcastle. It was shit, but well done to Newcastle. They played really well. Should have been 2-3 when they were up. After they scored in the first minute, then Dwight Gale threw on, Rick took a heavy touch, gave McCarthy a chance. But no, Newcastle could have won by more at the end of the day. Thoroughly deserved 3-0 victory. Not going to take anything away from them. The referee was, look, I don't think he had a great game, but look, we cannot excuse that how pathetic and shit we were today. At the end of the day, players always come out, oh, we're going to react, the managers, but it's all bullshit at the end of the day to me. The way I see it is, I think we're already gone. I think even West Ham were in disarray. I think I could see us going to London Stadium in a few weeks and giving them a
no, we won't be giving anyone a tough game. Not under this manager.
We need to win 3 more games.
He sets up to draw. One up front, no attacking intent. He sets up to draw. At the end of the day, we're going down if this Muppet stays in charge, and I'm really disappointed because
to be honest, tonight,
I thought better the board. Thought a lot better.
I feel for the fans that went all the way.
Yeah, 100% feel for the fans. We've got one of the best fans in the country. Our away fans are fantastic. All right. At the moment, or currently, the atmosphere at St Mary's has been really toxic. But, I mean, where we sit here to North, we always normally singing, but no one wants to sing because even the fans have got no confidence.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm wearing a shirt with a Premier League badge on, but next season, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Championship one because we've got to play 3 really tough games.
I reckon Wigan are probably watching tonight, and they'll be watching us, and they'll be thinking, yeah, we've got these spots. We have got 0 bottle. In fairness, Palace only lost 2-1. Every team around us is fighting. But apart from us, players don't look bothered. Look like they're on the beach. They're thinking, yeah, we'll get on moving in the summer.
Yeah, but I think they're not playing for this manager. I mean, we see Buffal quite often, don't we?
Yeah.
And the guy, I mean, after West Brom, we saw when he scored that fantastic goal, he was happy to talk to us and everything. But we saw him quite recently, and the guy just doesn't want to talk about football. He just looks drained. That's it with all the players. Look at the players today. All of them, they look spineless.
Yeah.
And what I didn't get is in training this week, they were training.
They don't even want the ball. Like,
yeah.
The amount of time misplaced passes.
This week they were training at St Mary's.
Yeah, I don't get that. Why not train at St Mary's before you actually play a home game?
Yeah.
We're paying away. We're training at St Mary's. I just don't get that. To be honest, that training's hardly helped. We've been a
but that Staplewood that we built apparently has got a replicate of all the
the pitches.
Apparently size, texture, quality of the grass is a replica of what they're going.
I just think that the atmosphere at Staplewood is so toxic at the moment. The players just want to go to somewhere else, maybe a little bit less toxic, like St Mary's. But at the end of the day, it's a shambles results. I'm not happy, and
well, I think the only solution is we got to get off our backsides and we got to protest because this board don't understand. Ralph Kruger came out before the Palace game, ironically, when we lost, and said, "Oh yeah, small club, all the rest of the rubbish." But we need to get off our backsides and make our voices heard because
at the end of the day, Cortese wouldn't have stood for any of it. Koeman certainly didn't stand for anything. That's why he left. And to be honest, I look at Ryan Bertrand as a captain. If I look at the previous captains we've actually had, like Fonte, who's a leader, I don't even think he's anywhere near them. I'm done today.
No, they've fallen out with everyone. Managers, players.
The club's currently in shambles. I think that 2 years ago we were looking, and a lot of teams around Europe looking at Southampton.
We only really had intent and ambition when Cortese was there. Yeah. The guy was ruthless. All right. When we sacked Adkins, I was pissed off. Everyone was because he was doing all right. We just drawn against Chelsea, and everyone had to go at Nicola. But he was brave enough and bold enough to make that decision. Yeah. Mauricio Pochettino takes us 8th next season. We play quality football, attractive football, attacking football, and we had so many players to go to the World Cup. I wish, Castorina Libre only owns 20% now, but Gao Shen, if you're watching this, you should definitely consider bringing back Nicola Cortese if you want your football club run well. But, I mean, we're really disappointed. All the Saints fans are really annoyed.
I'm ready, to be fair.
And I think against Wigan next week...
support the team, but when the team management and board turn around, put two fingers and tell you to...
We've got three options now. We'll end on this note. We either stick with this idiot, which I don't want to happen, regardless of how many games...
We'll go down if we stick with him.
The second option is we get Kelvin Davis to take over for the rest of the season.
I just don't think that's going to work.
Because he knows the team. He's been watching
Newcastle 2 seasons ago sacked.
McLaren.
McLaren was way too late. It was like March. Benitez came in, did well, but it wasn't enough. And I think we're in a similar dilemma here ourselves. So I think it's too late, to be fair. Look, try it. Bring a new manager in. We might actually have a
Marcus Silva's available. And I'd
he is. But we'll wait and see.
Look, at the end of the day, we're still in the FA Cup. And if a new that could potentially attract a new manager, I'd personally go for Marco Silva or Graham Potter. I'd feel more positive about the rest of the season, and we might even go to win the cup. Because today, you look at the team sheet, and I'm not being up about myself, but our players, we had on paper, we had a better team than Newcastle, but the manager is just so poor. On paper, our team should be challenging for to be honest, in top 8.
I was told today that Pellegrino knows Rafa Benitez because he was at Liverpool. They were together, and Rafa just absolutely mugged him off. He couldn't stand the pressure, the pace, and he played 2 up front. And he absolutely mugged. Pellegrino is the biggest mug in the Premier League. I haven't seen a worse manager in the Premier League since John Carver. I think he's on par with John Carver, that man. Honestly, he's an absolutely disgrace to this football club.
Should have gone after Burnley.
He should be ashamed of himself.
Should have gone after Burnley.
He's let all the fans down and everyone. He's let everyone down at this football club in this city. He should be ashamed of himself. And I want to end it on this note.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry to rant a bit. Everyone's been annoyed, pissed off, etc. But I feel for the fans that made that 14-hour round trip. Next week for Wigan, I'm going to try and be positive, try and think that we'll get a new manager, and hopefully we can win. But again, it's been really difficult. And cheers, thanks for watching.